3-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Hampton. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now it's Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On first down, hits Hampton. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Herbert. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Give here to Hampton. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A run once more with Hampton. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Hampton will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Omarion Hampton, that's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
For the extra point.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing Nix. A short throw to Ingram. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Nix to the air. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Chargers, first down. A gain of 26 yards. And the Chargers, first down.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 42. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
At the 42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Set.
Herbert now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Lion. 12.
They snap it to Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Rondé Gadsden with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second and a couple. Now it's Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And Sutton will have the Broncos first down as he gets this up past the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Gets it underneath, here's Harvey. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Nix to throw again. A short throw to Ingram. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going.
Let's go.
The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Second down and 4.
Step. Step.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Deion Henley there on the tackle. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Nix. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Gutierrez. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and 4. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. A disappointing end to that drive, making it to the red zone, but they'll again, CD, wind up with nothing.
And nothing, that's been the key word, because they've had drives throughout that have finished off with nothing. Can't finish off a drive to save their lives in this game, and this one winds up again, giving them, dare I say it, nothing.
This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jahdae Barron. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's Nix. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Working out of the gun is Nix. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Franklin. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
We done been through the mud and we quick at the slaughter. The bigger the
in search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Nix going to give to Harvey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11th. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw, here's Nix. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Franklin. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Nix from the shotgun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Off the play fake, Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And he's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Harvey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Herbert off of play action. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that incomplete downfield to Allen. But he is but not before he's inside the 30. 24 yards the game there. Another first down as well.
At the 29-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 60 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Chargers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, look and repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Nix to the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing Nix. He gets this into the hands of Harvey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd down.
Captain.
Back to throw. Nix. That's taken in by Franklin.
That's tough to face zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tui Pelotu in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
57-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.